Okay, we will continue now. Continuation of the part. Okay. So here I stopped. So homozygous, homozygous. And what about F1? F1 is heterozygous. Chromosome. Homologous chromosomes. Here it is a capital T. Here it is a small t. This is called as a heterozygous condition. Homozygous. Homozygous. Pure. Pure means same type or not? Same type. This one is not pure. Impure. What is that impurity? Capital T, small t. Dominant allele, recessive allele in the same homologous region. Okay, is it clear? So homozygous. This one is heterozygous. Now both the parents are in heterozygous condition. So here in artificial hybridization, we need a pure lines. If possible, we have to convert a heterozygous condition into homozygous condition. So both are in heterozygous condition. For example, here I'm taking capital A, small a, heterozygous. Capital B, small b, heterozygous. So now subjected to self-pollination. Self-pollination. Okay. So both the parents are subjected to selfing. Self-pollination means self-pollination. Selfing or inbreeding. Selfing, inbreeding. Selfing. Self-pollination. Purpose to convert heterozygous condition into homozygous condition. Now, what about both the progeny plants? Sorry, progeny plants. Capital A, capital A. For example, only. And this one, capital B, capital B. A, capital or not? Homozygous. Okay, so now these two are called as pure lines. Pure line. Okay, so pure line means progeny. Progeny. For example, this one, progeny, offspring, santanam. Progeny produced from single parent by self-pollination. Progeny produced from single parent by self-pollination. Okay, so conversion of a heterozygous condition into homozygous condition. Homozygous. This one also homozygous is possible if concerned plant species is with bisexual flowers and able to perform self-pollination. So that's why in your textbook given one, wherever possible, if required, pure lines are required. If pure lines are required, convert heterozygous condition into homozygous condition by means of self-pollination. Okay. So I think now you can understand what is a pure line. Okay. Pure line means progeny produced by single parent by means of self-pollination. Okay, right? Is it clear? So selection of parents completed and the conversion of a heterozygous condition into homozygous condition completed. So here conversion of heterozygous into homozygous is possible if self-pollination is present in that crop. Otherwise, not possible. Okay, is it clear? Right? I think now you understood. So selection of parents completed. A parent and B parent. And second step is, this is first year part only, and mixed some statements coming from second year textbook, right? So next step, second one, emasculation. Emasculation if required. What is emasculation? Removal of androecium. Removal of androecium. All the stamens, all microsporophylls which are able to produce pollen grains from the bisexual flowers. From the bisexual flowers when the flower is in bud condition only. Okay, so what is emasculation? Removal of androecium from the bisexual flowers. Okay, my dear students, sorry for the disturbance. Come back. So we are within emasculation. So what is emasculation? Removal of androecium or microsporophylls or stamens from the bisexual flowers. So removal of androecium from bisexual flowers, bisexual flowers. When the flower is in bud condition, actually that should be in bud condition only. Bisexual flowers present on a parent. Here, how many parents are present? 1 and 2. For example, B is the parent. Here I am selecting B as the parent. And A also parent. A parent as a male parent and B as a female parent, for example. And both are producing bisexual flowers. Bisexual flowers. Bisexual flowers. Here also bisexual flowers. Both are with a bisexual flowers. Both are producing bisexual flowers. Okay. And both are with self-pollination. So here, emasculation is required in the bisexual flowers. In the bisexual flowers of a parent, any one of the parent. Here I'm taking this one. Present on. So removal of androecium from bisexual flowers present on a parent. On a parent which we are using as female parent. Yes, this concept is very, very important. So for example, this is a parent 1, parent 2. Both are producing bisexual flowers. We are using this one as a donor of pollen grains. Donor of pollen grains means what about the role of this parent? As a male or not? Donor of pollen grains. And this one is going to receive pollen grains coming from this parent. So both are producing bisexual flowers. Bisexual flower, bisexual flower. What is the purpose of emasculation? To avoid self-pollination or to prevent undesired pollination. Both the parents are having self-pollination. Here our objective is xenogamous type of cross-pollination. Transfer of pollen grains from A parent to B parent. But not self-pollination. We have to avoid self-pollination. So that's why emasculation is done in the bisexual flowers of a parent, which we are using as a female one. That is important. Okay, so emasculation is not required here. Emasculation is required in the bisexual flowers of a parent, which we are using as a female one. Okay, that is emasculation. So emasculation is required in the bisexual flowers of a parent which we are using as female parent, not in the case of male parent. What is the role of male parent? Donor of pollen grains. If flowers of male parent are emasculated, who is able to donate pollen grains? Use your sense. Okay, so it must be emasculated. So we should convert a certain number of flowers, all flowers, bisexual flowers present on female parent into unisexual female flowers. Okay, purpose to avoid, to prevent undesired pollination there. What is undesired pollination there? Self-pollination to which the plant is naturally adapted. Both the parents belongs to same species. For example, Pisum sativum, Pisum sativum. Generally, they are with self-pollination. But here we need cross-pollination. We have to cross. See, artificial hybridization is nothing but one type of cross-breeding method. Crossing or not, we have to cross these two. Means true sexual reproduction that involves xenogamous type of cross-pollination. Xenogamous or not? To favor xenogamous type of cross-pollination, xenogamy, particularly in that female parent, which we are going to use as female one, in that parent, we should avoid self-pollination. That is undesired or not? Simply, what is desired? Xenogamous type of cross-pollination. Against that, if the parent is preferring self-pollination, what is the need of conducting artificial hybridization? Meaningless. Is to or not? So that's why we have to emasculate it. It favors artificial xenogamous type of cross-pollination. That is about emasculation. So emasculation is applicable to bisexual flower. That is statement one. Second statement, emasculation is done in the bisexual flower present on a parent, which we are using as a female parent. Next, emasculation is not required in the bisexual flowers of male parent. Next statement, emasculation is not required if the species is with a monoecious condition or dioecious condition. What is monoecious condition? Mono, single, ecious, please. One plant with both male and female flowers. In a plant with a monoecious condition, there is no bisexual flower. Okay. So if bisexual flower is absent on that parent, definitely there is no need to emasculate. God already emasculated, converted into male flower, female flower. Bisexual flower converted into male and female by the God. By the God means according to evolution. According to evolution, bisexuality converted into unisexuality. Monoecious is one type of unisexuality. Of course, plant is bisexual, but what about the flower? In monoecious condition, in the case of angiosperms, in angiosperms, for example, take a Cocos nucifera or cucurbites. They are in monoecious condition. Male flowers, female flowers are present. Okay. So in that case, in monoecious condition, emasculation is not required. Okay. Dioecious condition. What is dioecious condition? Male flowers on male parent. Female flowers on female parent. Here also emasculation is not required. So emasculation is required in a crop species producing bisexual flowers. Not required in a crop species with either monoecious condition or dioecious condition. Note this point. This is very, very important. Anyhow, I will discuss this application after completion of complete artificial hybridization. Okay. So that is about emasculation. So emasculation completed. Next step is well known to you. Third step, bagging. Bagging. Okay, so emasculation is done with the help of a forceps method. Forceps method. Or we have to dip that flower in hot water. Two methods are there. If the flower is very large, forceps needle enough. With the help of that one, open the corolla and remove stamens. If the flower is very small for that purpose, dip that flower in hot water treatment. In that hot water treatment, gynoecium is able to withstand high temperature. But what about androecium? Killed. Okay, is that clear? Right. So that is about emasculation. Next, bagging. What is bagging? All emasculated flowers present on female parent, or flowers present on female parent which we are using as female one should be covered with a bag, polythene bag, or a cover which is having some mucilage or gummy material or some cream like one which is able to catch a pollen grains coming from the environment. Okay, right? So purpose of emasculation is to avoid undesirable pollination. What type of undesirable pollination? Self pollination. What is the purpose of bagging? Here also given statement to avoid undesired pollination. What is that? Undesired pollination. Bagging is nothing but covering of emasculated flowers or female flowers present on a parent which we are using as a female one. So the purpose of bagging, what is the purpose of bagging? To avoid undesired cross pollination. Undesired cross pollination, to avoid undesirable cross pollination. So here we have to avoid two types of pollinations. One is self pollination, if it is possible in that crop. Second one, undesirable cross pollination. Definitely in that area where we are executing this artificial hybridization, definitely within the environment, pollen grains coming from different species definitely present. So to avoid natural, undesired cross pollination. Okay, to favor desired cross pollination which we are performing between parent 1 and parent 2. Okay, right? So that is the purpose of bagging, to avoid undesired natural cross pollination, to favor artificial man-made cross pollination from A to B. Okay, so bagging is required for all type of sexualities. Okay, whether the flower is bisexual or unisexual, bagging is mandatory. Only emasculation may be required or not. That depends on sexuality of the parent. If it is producing bisexual flowers, emasculation required. Otherwise, if it is monoecious or dioecious, emasculation is not required. So bagging completed. Next step. Fourth one, artificial hybridization or artificial cross pollination. Use artificial cross pollination or hybridization. What is that artificial cross pollination? Transfer of pollen grains from from male parent to the stigma of emasculated bagged flowers, or directly female flowers, bagged flowers. So that is called as a artificial cross pollination. It involves xenogamy, xenogamous type of cross pollination. Okay, so that is about artificial cross pollination. And fifth one, selection and testing of superior hybrid variety, VR variety, superior variety, VARIET variety. What is that a superior variety? Take A parent here, A parent crossed with B parent. A with 10% desirable characters. Better for first example, what I told you. 50% desirable characteristics. 50% desirable characteristics. And the product of a offspring, progeny, C. C with 80% desirable characteristics. So definitely C is superior. Superior means C is with the highest number of agronomically desirable characteristics. As a plant breeder, what is our objective? To bring maximum number of desirable traits present in both the parents into single variety. This is C is one variety having how much percentage of agronomically desirable characteristics? 80%. So C is a hybrid. Okay, hybrid. C is hybrid. Wait, hang on, please. So C is hybrid. Hybrid cultivar. We selected, for example. And C is with a heterosis, hybrid vigor. C is with a hybrid vigor. What is the hybrid vigor? Hybrid vigor. It is also called as a heterosis. It is also called as a heterosis. Heterosis. Heterosis means superiority of hybrid over parents. Okay, so before the creation of a C hybrid variety, our farmers cultivating A and B varieties. So A and B varieties are existing varieties with 50%, 50% agronomically desirable characteristics. After getting a lot of knowledge in genetics and molecular biology, with the help of genetics or knowledge, we crossed A and B and we got a C with 80% agronomically desirable characteristics. C is a superior variety. We have to compare C with A and B. So now A and B are reference cultivars, check cultivars, reference cultivar. So now A and B are reference cultivar, reference cultivar, check cultivar, reference cultivar or check cultivar. For example, this is a mobile phone, first mobile phone purchased by you, for example only, first mobile phone. And we use this mobile phone for 3 or 4 or 5 years, for example. After 5 years, a new phone entered into market. Okay, before purchasing that new phone, second phone, we have to compare various characteristics of first phone and the second phone. So we are checking the new phone with the help of this one. If new phone is having a number of advanced features, which they are absent in this one, definitely second phone is advanced one, hybrid one, for example. So this is called as a reference phone. Okay, for example, new phone is having less number of features. It is having more number of features. Discard that one. Don't go for that one. Don't go for that one. Use this one. Continue it. Reason, this one is having 80% desirable characteristics. That is having 50% only, suffering from certain number of drawbacks. Discard it. That is not hybrid one. For example, if it is hybrid means, for example, this one is having 50% desirable characteristics. New phone is having 90% desirable characteristics. Now replace it. Discard it. Take the second phone. So what about the first phone? Reference one, existing one, local, recently introduced. This is not local, new one. Okay, like that. Is it clear? So for example, we selected a C variant. We have to check the adaptability of that C hybrid in the lab. In the lab means where we produce. For example, here, Professor Jayashankar University, Agriculture University, previously called as NG Ranga University, where they are producing a number of hybrid varieties. We have to check that variety whether it is able to grow in Rajendra Nagar. Okay, if certain number of C varieties well grown selected, they adapted, and we should transfer such variety into various regions in Telangana, various regions in AP, and various regions present in total India, to check whether that C variety is able to grow in all areas of India. All areas means all agroclimatic regions where that plant is commonly cultivated, to check its adaptability. Of course, here the plant is able to grow in Rajendra Nagar. Same plant, is it able to grow in some other areas where a different climate? Is it able to grow? A doubtful one. Okay, so we should check the adaptability of that one. Is it able to adapt new climatic conditions or not? Okay, and we have to check that one at different agroclimatic regions where we have been cultivating that variety, and we have to check growth and development of that plant at different regions where we have to check that one growth and development of that one in 3 agroclimatic regions, means temperature. For example, is it able to grow in rainy season? Is it able to grow in winter season? Is it able to grow in summer season? 3 seasons we have to check, at least 3 seasons or more number of seasons. If it is able to grow at any season, more desirable, and able to produce fruits, flowers every month, it is desirable. Generally, most of the crop varieties are able to grow for 1 or 2 seasons only. Of course, some rice varieties are able to grow in 3 seasons also: rainy season, winter season, summer season also. Generally, we are cultivating rice in particular 1 acre of land 2 times only: rainy season, next summer season. So we have to check that variety at different agroclimatic regions, and we have to check its adaptability in different climatic regions also, at 3 climatic regions: winter, summer, and rainy season. Okay, so if it is able to grow at any locality, any season, that is the best variety. We can produce more amount of food. For example, take apple. Apple is able to grow in so-called Kashmir and so-called cold climatic regions only. Are you able to cultivate a superior variety of that one in Telangana and some other states? No, not possible. What about basmati variety? Are you able to cultivate basmati variety at any agroclimatic region where we are cultivating rice? No, not possible. But there is a need to produce a basmati variety or apple variety or some other plant which is able to grow at any climatic region. Then what about the product? More augmentation. Then what about the cost of that one? Very cheap. Okay, right? So this is about our first year part. Okay, after this we'll come back to our second year textbook. In second year textbook, headings are different, but both are same only. What about that one? We'll see that one in the second class, next class, not now. Okay, is it clear? Bye, see you, my dear friends. We'll meet again. Okay, bye, see you. Okay.